Hey guys, it's Joe with PocketNow.com, and today we're going to take a look at the hardware walkaround of the Motorola Droid Bionic. Let's go take a look. Okay, in our last video we unboxed the Motorola Droid Bionic for Verizon, and really it's a standard box with what you'd come to expect inside of it. We didn't look at the hardware of the phone just so we could keep this video series separate and clean, so without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. So here's the device, just as it came out of the box. Now when I say as it came out of the box, there is no battery in place, there's no SIM in place, and the back cover is separate, still in a zippered bag. So you can see what that looks like right there. Let's take a look at the front. First of all, you've got this ginormous screen with a really nice front-facing camera, front speaker, and front buttons. I'm not really impressed with the way that Motorola does their button layout. I'm used to having home over here on the side, so I think that may come into might be a little bit problematic for me. But the buttons are there, and that's what's important. They are capacitive. They're not actually physical buttons on the, that you have tactile feedback when you push them down, which I like. It gives you a nice clean feel to it. We've got the menu button, the home button, back, and search. Very modest branding for Verizon and Motorola. And then, of course, we've got a microphone input right there. Let's go ahead and look at the cover that was on that. Put that back here just for a minute, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So we've got this. We've got the power and lock screen up here on the top, which is right there. We've got also the ambient light sensor over here. We've got a headphone jack right there. We've got volume up and down on the opposite side from what I'm accustomed, so we'll see how that works out. It should still be pretty good because it's right there underneath the index finger rather than underneath the thumb. So it should work out pretty well. Over on this side, we've got a micro USB and an HDMI out, so you can port the screens and whatnot out from your phone here, your smartphone, to your big screen TV if you want. So really kind of cool. Moving around, over here we've got a microphone hole, and the reason I put this back on is because it has these little notes that says for best audio quality, do not cover. Makes sense, but apparently they've been having some problems with cases and whatnot covering the holes. So looking at the bottom, it's nice and clean and empty. Looking over here on the side and then into the back compartment. In the back we've got our barcode information, we've got our battery contacts, we've got our 8 megapixel autofocus camera that also does 1080p video. You heard that right, 1080p. We'll get some samples of that in our next video so you can see what that 1080p looks like and compare it to some of the others that we've shot. We also have a 16 gig class 4 micro SD card. And then while I'm here, let's go ahead and install our SIM. Now this is a CDMA device, but because it is LTE, it has a SIM. Now you can also see my ulterior reason for putting that screen protector back in place. Now this is one of the most awkward SIM setups I've ever seen, but once you get everything lined up, it slides right in just like that. Getting that out is not that easy, but hey, it's once it's in there, it's in there. You're probably never going to be swapping it. So make sure that that SD card is in really tight. Take your battery again. If you didn't watch the first video, which if you haven't, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss this kind of stuff. This is a 1735 milliamp hour battery, so very large capacity in a very small form factor. Go ahead and put that in. It's very snug. If you need to remove the battery, there's a little notch right over here. It does say battery removal here. You just stick your fingernail in there and lift up, and with a little bit of prying, it comes out. Let's go ahead and take the back panel out here. Move that aside. Now this has a bump out on the top, just like a lot of the Droids do, and that's to accommodate the camera up there on the top. We also have a little mic hole on the bottom, and there's your external speaker. Overall, very nice. It feels kind of rubbery, so it should be really easy to grip. And then there we go. So let's go ahead and close this guy up. Bottom first, making sure we get all the sides pushed down nice and snug. Now also on the back, you'll notice there's another hole warning indicator for best quality, don't cover that, and then of course a little protector for the Motorola logo. There's a 4G LTE logo, Verizon logo, and a Google logo, and other than that, it's a very clean backside to this. The heft, this thing is not, let me get this out of the way because it's crinkling too much. This is not light, but it's not as heavy as I thought it would be for such a large screen device and something that holds such a powerhouse. Now this is a dual core processor, so you'll want to stay tuned to our later videos so you can get the results of those in our benchmarking tests. But overall, this thing is fabulous and phenomenal. We'll go ahead and do a, like I was mentioning before, we'll do the 1080p video sample in an upcoming video. Then we're also going to do the software video, including the apps that come with it and the benchmarks on it as well. Overall, I'm really impressed with this device. It's very large compared to some of the others, especially compared to that HTC Wildfire S that we just reviewed. But this is the feature phone. This is fabulous. It's great. It is the top of the line that you can get from Motorola Verizon today, and we're eager to show you more about it, so make sure you subscribe and tune back in. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see the full review as soon as we have that ready for you, head over to PocketNow.com so you can see it. Showing off the hardware of the Motorola Droid Bionic for Verizon 4G LTE, I'm Joe for PocketNow.com.